Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I just watched the Kashif Shazada show, and I had some feedback that I just wanted to quickly go over. It's interesting. Ahmadis don't have never read chapter 62, verse 3 from the perspective of Sunni or Shia Islam. They've never read it. It's so sad. It's so sad. They don't know what Mirza Ghulam Ahmad did. In Brahini Ahmadiyya, Volume 3, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad mistranslated the Hadith from Salman Farsi, which is in Bukhari, and he translated as "will bring the faith back from the Pleiades." That's what he did wrong. That's what he did. That's outrageous. They don't know that. In fact, the guy who was on his show quoted that hadith and read it out, and it said to attain it, they can attain it. And he's never read Tafsir Ibn Kathir on 62 verse 3. He's never asked any, what do we believe about that? So that's hilarious. He said Jamaat Ahmadiyya is not a sect. In 1901, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad named Ahmadiyya Firqa. He had that written down on the census for the British government. So he created a sect. When in Islam, you're not supposed to create a sect. That's why I'm just a Muslim. Remember, you guys were like, what type of Muslim is he? What imam? You're just a Muslim. You don't declare like you joined a group or you're with this imam now. That's just not how it works. So, okay. And then what else? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, what was the nature of his prophethood? I don't think the guy on the show even knew. I don't think he knew. And then Hatam Allahu Allah Kalubahim. This was an excellent point by Kashif. Hatam Allahu Allah Kalubahim, I believe that's chapter 2, verse 7, is the same as chapter 33, verse 40. Hatam al-Nabiyyin. It's the same sealing, a permanent sealing. There was another word that he used for verification. I don't remember the word. I'm gonna write an essay about it. You know I am. But amazing video today. Lots of respect to the guy who was on his show. He was brave. He was brave. Especially, you could tell he doesn't know much. No one had the heart to tell him his tajweed is terrible. All the years he was in Ahmadi, the Murabbis were like, it's better than mine. So once you're, and it's easy to be better than an Ahmadi Murabbi. So, and then he quoted chapter 69, verse 23, trying to say that false prophets don't live that long, or he was asserting that. Not even true. Yahya al-Islam was killed. Prophets were killed all throughout the Quran. He didn't do the research. He admitted to it. Everything he's learned, he says he's learned on his own. He didn't have a teacher. He didn't have an imam to teach him. Maybe that's the problem. You know, he didn't learn from the proper perspective. He read the Ahmadiyya books only. When that's all you read, what does it really mean? Chapter 4, verse 69, he would not admit that this is the Ahmadi argument that that prophethood has continued and anyone can become a prophet. You have to achieve it. That was interesting that he didn't know that. All right, let me see what else. The word Messiah mode is not in the Quran. That's hilarious, right? And it's ism. He didn't know what the word ism meant. When chapter 61, verse 6, he doesn't know that's the famous verse of Ismahu Ahmad, ism, right? And he doesn't know that Ahmadis changed their position on 61:6 after 1921. He doesn't know any of that, and that is hilarious. Why are you trying to talk about Ahmadiyya when you don't even know the in-depth? You don't have the like he said, the imams or the scholars will do the in-depth. I can do that because I've read all of these things that you guys haven't read. I've read it. I've spent time and hours, and I have that type of background to be able to do something like that. So, and then in Surah Fatiha, he began to talk about Surah Fatiha, but he didn't finish. He was talking about Surah Fatiha. He doesn't know Mirza Ghulam Ahmad connected it with 469, and he connected it to his own prophethood, and he was explaining how he achieved prophethood. And Kashif Shazada didn't touch on this, but in 62 verse 3, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad claimed to be the second coming of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nauzubillah. Nauzubillah. So, and then there's another verse, chapter 108, Al-Kawthar. It's a famous small chapter. That's also where Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is claiming to be the second coming of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So those are my brief notes. My brief notes. I'm blabbering too. I guess when you watch someone blabber during Tajweed, you might blabber too. So that's all I have for tonight. Enjoy your Saturday night. I'm all smiles and signing off.